Cate and I play with the women and the women's teams, and I'm also the social secretary for the club. So I took that on about a year ago. So we did this season training with the women, and there wasn't much happening in the club socially. So I said, why don't we have a Christmas party? So I organised that, and it went really well, and it was really nice, because you don't always bump into and meet other teams, other members of the club. So we did that, and there was a lot of networking, a lot of socialising. And so from then on, the chairman asked if I wanted to be the social secretary, because I'd organised that, and I said yeah. So I've got, I work with Matt Webb, who's the kind of vice social secretary, and together we've had a good season, a good year of planning different social events and running them. And it's been great. We've had so many people who've responded and have turned up to them, and we've had such good fun, and it really brings the club together. So you have obviously the seriousness of all the leagues and all the games, and then we have the social side, and we've had lots of friendlies and inter-club games, and done lots of other social events as well. So it's brought the club together, so we are always trying to be inclusive in the social events. So previously, when presentation evening's gone ahead, for example, I understood that it would be in the club and it'd be quite cold in there, and somebody kind of just stand behind the bar and hand out a few awards, and kind of a few people would turn up. And we decided to hold like a big presentation evening at a big venue, and we had 120 people, 120 members turn up, and we sold the club ties, and to see all the kind of juniors coming up and see the pride on the faces as we kind of clap them off with the different awards, but also to recognise what all the other teams have been doing. So it's just been fantastic to bring everybody together and see the achievements that are being made in the different teams that you actually don't really hear about, because we're all playing on different days and practicing at different times. So suddenly you're up at the club and there's like calls to arms for different jobs that need doing, and people chip in, and it's just brought us all together really nicely. And we've done things like inter-club games so I wouldn't have really got to know a lot of the juniors, some of them, but I'd be like batting with one of the juniors, and you pair up and suddenly developing these friendships and kind of kinships, so you can say hi, and if you're going down to the nets, one of the other seniors will come along and do a bit of training with you, who's already a coach, and because you've already met each other at these social events, and got to know each other. So it's just been brilliant. It's been so good for the club in terms of bringing everybody together and being really inclusive, bringing all the juniors in as well, and then the women obviously. And we have a good time, so yeah, I think it's had a huge impact.
Good.
There's personally, from my experience, there's a real lack of women's team sports that are also inclusive, where you can also spend time with other teams, so men's teams and juniors teams. And so I think there's a real lack of availability of things like that. But it's also a bigger, wider community that you get involved in. So I'd really encourage any clubs to open up to the women and to encourage women players, because it really does add a different dynamic. And as women, we like to get organised and plan things and do things, and so it just it opens it up and it's a really nice feel as well. So lots of interactions, and families get involved, and partners and wives and husbands, and not as well, and it just makes it really welcoming, I think, as well, and not such just a kind of male club. And for me, it's been a real, had a real big impact in terms of, through playing cricket, you're learning skills, but you've also got that really nice comradeship and that kind of unity as well, which you might not get from running and cycling. You get the whole package by, introducing women to cricket.